shit on? I don't know what's going on. I think it's on. I think we're good. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. You know how this goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea how to draw. Um, no idea how to make this fit properly into the canvas on OBS because everything else on OBS is 1080p and this has to stretch out to somehow meet it at 1028p. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Man, I don't know why, but my mouth is dry as fuck right now. Anyway, uh, you already know how this is. This is ovulation tracker. The hell are they doing over here? All right, that time was a sneeze. But seriously, what the fuck are they doing over there? Okay, I kind of want to draw this. I want 3D tracking so bad. What are they doing? What? Uh, all right, I'm gonna draw this though because it's funny. Adfree.exe, pretty big. Oh, I am following them. I thought so. I thought they had one that was like really menacing looking, I think, and I was gonna draw it. All right, that works. How do I draw this? Anyone know? Anyone know? So they say they want 3D tracking so bad. Should I? I'm gonna suggest, you know, the free one that we use. What do we use? Uh, the tracking is generally pretty good if I can get it to work. I mean, right? How else would you track me falling? My tracking's not as good as it could be because I have some things anchored because Warudo had been weird in the past and I'm too lazy to fix it. All right. Anyway, no, I don't want more people to see my reply. I don't even want to be here. Why did my phone just go off? Swear to God, if my phone's telling me that I'm live. Oh shit, it's not. Rooms of the house sale. All right, that's cool. Can we see if there's anything good? Wait, does this pen work on my phone? No. Actually, wait, this is a Samsung phone. Does it work? Does my Samsung pen work? Yeah, we gotta stop the stream to shop. Sometimes these people have really cheap RAM. I don't need RAM, but I'd buy it if I saw it because why the fuck not? I also want cheap SSDs. This is Woot, by the way. The pet room. Love buying cheap shit my cat can ignore. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh, okay, there's a lot of rooms apparently. Just going toward, ooh, wireless portable monitor? How did that work? I do. Sometimes they have cheap docking stations too, which I would like. I would like to replace my Switch because I feel like not a Nintendo Switch, it's a USB Switch. I find that it sometimes takes a while for it to connect, and it's very frustrating. All right, so that's no to that. All right, I'll check the rest of the sale later. It'll be gone if there's anything good, but I'm not that interested in anything other than some tech shit. Okay, so we're gonna do the thing where I pray that starting randomly will get me what I want. Um, okay. I didn't. Okay, I did make another layer. Okay. I don't really want to draw the eye here, but I feel like it's necessary to get at least part of it going. I gotta record more of my Icarus series, which I guess art people might not know I do, the game shits. I mean, I guess you sort of know, right? That shit is in fact working. Sorry. Oh, I'm freaking out. I'm losing it. Because I mentioned that, like, when ending these streams, I've been like, oh, yeah, so I'll be on Arc later. So I guess you guys probably know. Plus, I do put the Twitch link in the YouTube VODs. Okay. I wonder if this person drew. Did they say? They didn't say. I'm gonna assume they drew it themselves. See, this is one of those times when I think I'm doing it wrong. I'm trying to copy the outline that's there. But I think what I should do is not that. And I'm going to do that for the rest of this. Because I think that'll be good for my proportions. So I should be cutting that a lot closer. Oh, I still have this up. Okay, let's lower that a bit. I was wondering why it felt weird. Although I also felt like right there was really clean for some reason. Okay. Okay. This would be so much easier if I could just pick up the fucking tablet. I forgot to look into whether or not I can. So I know that wireless HDMI dongles exist. I have one, so I can probably do that. Problem is I don't know if it gets some of the power from that or not. Um, but I could probably get, like, they have pretty thin. I think either Anchor or Basis has one that's like supposed to go on the back of a phone. They have pretty thin power banks. I could probably maybe get like two of them and put them side by side and then have them in each of the USB-Cs and just pray that that works. Oh, that's right. No, I can't because I would need a USB splitter somehow that takes power. And I don't know of any that do that. It's usually the other way around, right? Docks usually give power, not take it. Okay. So we got the head, roughly. Let's do a little neck. That's actually about all we can do, isn't it? Okay. Should we be responsible? Fuck, I forgot. God damn it. Man, I love head. Alright, so we got that. Okay. I get that this is all part of their design, and it works really, really well, but why did they choose it? I don't, you know what I mean? I always go for this, but like, I mean, the white and red looks good. It's always a classic. Black and red looks good, right? So black, white, and red all together, great. But why? It actually kind of reminds me of so I'm a spider. So what? I think is that. I think that's the name of the anime. Okay. Random hair. Let's go. Uh, there we go. No. Okay. God, it's so incredible how they got depth out of that. Fuck. I don't like this. Gotta trim my nails. There's stuff in them. For some reason, my nails and skin grow. Well, it's not for. I believe it's psoriasis. They grow really, really fast. I gotta like do maintenance like once a week. Not once a week. Once every other day. Not once a week. Otherwise, they split. Like my nails will split because they get little divots in them. Um, or they have divots or holes, especially if I'm like stressed out or sick. Typically, sometimes it's the weather, and so they will just like I said, they'll just if they grow too far out, they'll split. So I have to usually cut them relatively short. I think the problem is I'm trying to match it. And like at first glance, it looks like the eye is all white, so it feels like I could, but the reality is it's like a dark gray. So like in this area here, it's like a dark gray, or not a dark, like a light, very, very light gray compared to the white anyway. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this as just a sketch. I think I also kind of need to break out a little more. I think that might help me. Bro, I really, really love like these animated type of eyes. Like if I ever manage to somehow pull off, I don't think I'll be able to create it myself, but if I ever like find someone who I'm okay with probably spending or sending hundreds of dollars, if not, I don't know how they're gonna do it for that cheap, but hundreds of dollars to. I really want to have, if nothing else, if it's if it is anything more than basic, the one thing I want the awooga eyes, the ones that are like right out of the eye socket. Yeah, I really want those. I think those are so funny, and I think it'd be hilarious to have them on that. I think maybe part of my problem here is I'm trying to draw the eye too small. I think I need to make it bigger. Jesus Christ. I tried to adjust that and it just kept drawing over the same spot. I might turn this off for the sketch phase. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. How do I do this? No, dude. Oh fuck. Apparently this is 5 minutes fast. Which is strange, actually. How is that possible? How did I do that? So I was gonna wear the Casio, but I realized I never set it back an hour. So it says 11:40. But I guess nobody ever would have noticed. But the Casio is a very, very cool little watch. It's just a G-Shock in the shape of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Oh, look, you're in the picture. Damn, that's reflective. Um, this is just a regular. Well, it's actually a rubber-backed leather strap, not the ones they come with. Um, but yeah, I was too lazy to change it. But I'm realizing that how is this 6 minutes fast? So this is a quartz watch. It's a digital quartz watch. This is the F91W. This one's in powder blue. The classic is in black. They also do they ever have a steel and a gold version? I think so. Back in the 70s, probably. You can't really even see that shit because of the reflection. Didn't even know it was that reflective. Anyway, I think I paid like $9 for this, which is crazy. Because it also has an alarm. It has a chronograph, I believe. It has a little light on it, but it's not particularly good. It does the date. Uh, so for $9, that's kind of insane, right? That's a great amount of utility for a watch. Anyway, typically, whatever you set a quartz watch to is what a quartz watch is going to be. I usually will set it to like exact time. I usually don't bother to the second with like an automatic watch. Let me. Do I have an automatic watch here? Me? Yes. Or a manual wind. I'll do it like I'll try and get it within like maybe 20 to 30 seconds. That way it's relatively close. But let's see, what are we at? Okay, apparently I'm 5 minutes slow on this one. Um, but that makes sense because I have been wearing this watch basically, I don't want to say nonstop for over a year, but I wear this watch to such a degree that the only time I probably would have reset it is the fallback time. So at least since when was that? November, October, somewhere around there. I have worn this watch enough that it has maintained its wind. So it is 5 minutes, roughly 5 minutes slow, which is fine because this is an automatic movement, right? The movement will lose time over time. You know, the slightest bump. Oh, cool, my tracking got fucked. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in the fetal. Huh? All right, okay. But yeah, it makes sense that this is, you know, like the slightest bit of magnetism could fuck this up. Usually, quartz watches don't fuck up like that. They're usually not fast. So I'm kind of surprised that the F91W is off. Anyway, let's just move on. I don't know why it is, but it is. Well, that's an eyeball or something. How the fuck do you draw an eye? God damn it. You know what? Enjoy. This is it. This is as far as it goes. I can't live with this actually. All right, let's at least. Why is it getting so dark too? What is going on? I fucking hate it here. All right. Uh I. Apparently it's yay. No, we can't have anti-Semitism on the stream. No yay. Um there we go. All right. This is going to be the hardest part. How did I do? It's a little low. Shit. How do I fix this? This is risky. Okay. Okay. All right. We did it. I'm going to freak the fuck out. I think that's how you spell mouth. Wait, why is this? Why was that lifting? That was weird. All right. Okay. The fucking mouth is a single line on its own layer. What am I doing? I've just now realized if I try to draw the body, it's gonna fucking end up off the fucking thing. God damn it. All right. All right. Let's try and solve the head problem. So we're gonna get rid of a lot of this. There's not enough head, so we're gonna have to make our own. We're gonna have to give ourselves our own head. We're gonna have to. We're drawing hair. Okay. All right. Well, that's not what I'm looking at, so I don't know what I'm drawing. You know, what am I looking at? Fuck. How do I draw this? How do I draw? How does it look nothing like that? What the fuck is going on? It's just a line. This is why I've been trying to speed draw lately, because it's like, if I just go for it, if I just send it, I can't sit there and redraw the same fucking line and have it look exactly the same every single time, right? And get upset about it because I'm just fucking moving on. What? How the fuck do you draw this? Get this out of here. I think that my biggest problem right here is the fact that I'm drawing like crooked. I'm drawing sideways. I don't know why it's easier for me to draw like the right angle. Okay. All right, what if instead of drawing the hair, I draw it as the skin? Okay. Deal with that later. Doesn't look right to me, but we're just gonna roll with it for now. We're not. It's bothering me. It's freaking me out, man. Okay. So this should like point at her mouth, right? Or a little above it. That kind of goes in a bit. And then one comes out a bit. You know what? Let's get this down to 50 or whatever. I feel like for the trace that'll be great, but it's kind of bothering me that it's not in line. So this kind of does come in. I'm drawing it too heavily here. Okay. Like it's getting too dark and it's inconsistent. But that's if I'm consistent at anything, it's that I'm inconsistent at things. So, oh, well, apparently I'm naming this now. That wasn't the plan, but you know what? Fuck it. Fuck. How long until I accidentally make this turn red? It's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. Okay. What is that? What the fuck is that? God damn it. I have to draw some shit I don't know. You kidding me? I don't know what's going on at this point. Good enough for me. How do we pull this off? Do we do the same thing as with the eye? I guess it's supposed to be like a headphone? I'm gonna do with it what I do with all the issues I run into. We're gonna ignore it. Okay. The longer I spend on this, the more I'm realizing we're probably not going to get the body, so it doesn't matter that the body's going to end up off the fucking screen. Oh no. That's what happens when you spend 20 minutes on a fucking eyeball and it looks like this. I kind of like it because it's funny, but it's frustrating because it's not what I wanted to do. Okay. All right. So then we can, maybe this will help this tie in a little bit. Okay. I like that all the hair kind of comes to a point where I guess like to, it's probably where it would be parted. But it does kind of help visualize generally the shape of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if this bitch getting her pigtails. Wait, are these? What are these? These aren't pigtails. Ponytail's a single one. Pigtail would be like curly, right? What is two? Wait, is that? Why do I want to call it a pigtail? I don't know. I don't understand hair, so thank you. Very cool. I'm just gonna Google pigtail and hope it's not porn related. Okay, so it's kind of okay. Apparently, it's supposed to be braided into those if it's a pigtail. Oh wait, no, that's AI. Never mind. AI doesn't know what it's talking about. Twin ponytails, twin tails, braids, pigtails. All right, I guess it is pigtails. I don't fucking know. Unfortunate for bro, because bro's eyes is all fucked up now. See, this is the kind of one where I kind of want to show it. I don't really want to. I don't want to keep doing the quote retweet thing because I feel kind of like a dick and like I'm chasing clout in a way. But I feel like the type of person who draws this would find it funny that I fucked up so much. What do we call this? Um, head donut. What in the? Kind of looks like a jelly donut. So enjoy your head donut. Holy shit. I mean, that's not even close to a fucking circle or anything, but that's good for me. Just fucking one bang that, you know? They call me the one line chump. How am I fucking this up? It was going so well. Just gotta let the force guide us. Just draw that so that maybe we can pretend that that's some sort of shading. I don't fucking know. Enjoy. Enjoy. Get out of here. I know this isn't the hair layer, but who the fuck cares? It's the head donut layer. Oh, thank God you can't see any of the head donut on the other side here. I would have been so fucked. Cooked, as the kids say. Cooked. go back to the hair because we're missing this. All right. Okay. No, that's all right. Nope, that's really not right. Okay. Let's go like that. And let's go like that. And let's go like this. Okay. So then we have that like that. And then we have this like that. Okay, and then we have some random fucking line here. Bro, what am I drawing? What is this? I don't know, man. We might not get to a knife if I just stay with this, which is fine. Okay. All right. Let's go back to this eye. I really want to fuck with this eye some more. Now that we are back in black. Really should do the pupils in their own thing. I always forget. Oop, my bad. God damn, dude. You know what? I might just undo this one. Let's leave it as it is for now. Let's get out of there. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's give her the Wi-Fi antenna. Kind of going off here. Okay, that looking a little phallic. Sure. Okay, it's a little concerningly thick. Maybe we give it a little bit of a circumcision. It looked like a penis. All right, fuck it. Call these oinks. Fuck, I really didn't want to draw these. Huh? You know, I should have drawn this later, actually, thinking about it. Because this is going to get in the way of body drawing. Dude, what am I doing? This isn't working. Hold on. Okay. This is the problem with like a lack of color. Lines just kind of like blend together after a while. It's not. Where is the fucking button? It's not right. God, my version looks so fucking wonky. Okay. How do they get those like good points every time? I don't get it. Okay. This isn't gonna work. I'm just now realizing. Because it should go off the screen because I didn't make a big enough canvas, I guess. Where did that go? There it is. Damn it. Shit. Goes off, it goes off. Whatever. Right? Best we can do right now. Here I was thinking like I kind of planned it a little bit, but nope. We'll just let that be. I'll move on for now. Okay. Let's try and draw some short. That was a really good little line there, but it's not really how I want it to look. That's gotta come down to whatever the fuck this thing's supposed to be. Another donut, I guess. Okay. Some reason she's got like a fishnet thing going on around her neck. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that thing. What is that? That can't be comfortable. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. We got that going on, and then we got some arm out here, apparently. Wait, why is this arm so popped up? You know, I can't make judgment, I guess, but Jesus, that kind of threw me because everything else is so like proportionate. Okay. So now we're in sleeve territory over here, which kind of covers everything. How did, like, I mean, I get that the design already exists and you can copy off of that, but like the choices they make, I don't understand. Looks like we're gonna be losing some of our arm off screen here. My mistake. I think I made it too short, actually. I don't know, it looks right there, but maybe it's because we're gonna be losing some off screen here. It doesn't look right over here. Yeah, I'm really fucking this this girl up. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Sorry. You know, I wonder if they did like the arms and stuff, or I wonder if they drew the body, colored it in, and then drew the outfit over it. Maybe that's it. Okay. We're doing this the lazy way. Which is also the not that good looking way. Fuck. Well, alright. Sorry. Okay. So now they should have a sleeve here, roughly. And then a hand here, roughly. But the hand is honestly kind of just a mitten, which is great. Apparently they only have 3 fingers. Wait, holy shit. That's me. Alright. Think my top here is a little shorter. That's my mistake. As is tradition. My mistake. Okay. Okay. Then we come out, and we puff this bitch up. How did they do the hand? Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't. Nah, not. I mean, I see how they did the hand visually, but like, what made them decide to do this? Very stylized, very well done, of course, because I know it's a hand. That is closer than I want, actually. Oh, which sucks because I was actually kind of coming out good. Maybe make it like here. Accidentally gave her more fingers, so enjoy your fourth and fifth finger, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. Jesus. I have so much on this one layer, it's kind of bothering me. I'm gonna start a new layer. Just so that if I fuck up around here, I don't have to start like the hands over or something. Even though they're not perfect, I feel like we need some means of protection. Wait, you know what? You know what? Let's do the teeth method for this. Let's draw the outline and we'll do the small details later. Okay. So now we can do like that. Now we can do like that. Okay, so this one actually should go all the way up. I think I did like one less, but I think we can live with that. That'll be fine. Right? That's okay. And then we can just kind of create the trim. It's not as thick, but that's okay. And we're going to lose her feet, which is fine because we don't stand feet lovers around here. Okay. Now I'm thinking hear me out. Thinking we save real quick. We're gonna file save. Free, I think. I hope I spelled that right. Probably gonna regret this. Leave the background. Okay, hold on. We'll do that. Okay. No, I selected all. Didn't I? I thought, didn't this work last time? Did I have to do this? There we go. Okay, that'll work. Okay, we're still probably gonna lose some foot. Okay. Go back to the bottom. Select, deselect, file. Am I not the greatest? I am the art master. I can move my work. Okay. Still not going to be able to fit it all. I could shrink it. I could shrink it. I know this makes me wonder a couple of things. First off, how do you choose canvas size? Second, I'm already zoomed out. Let's get to 100%. It doesn't even fit on screen. I think this is the 13 or the 11 inch, and I think that only went to, I think I have the 11 inch, and this model only went to 13. I know there are bigger ones. I've seen 15 inches, but it doesn't, like, I don't think they really get all that much bigger, and they're still only usually like 1080p. Um, in terms of resolution, just because it's 1080p doesn't mean it can't have the canvas be larger, but the detail is going to be, I guess technically sharper, but like you're not going to be able to be pixel perfect slash accurate. But like, I mean, just like this, I have 1080p inside a 1080p monitor technically, but because it's inside the drawing window, even if I went full screen, it wouldn't fit all the way. So I guess other people are just going through and like dragging it around. I mean, like I said yesterday, I do know people will have the drawing up here and they won't even look where their hand is. They'll be looking at the screen and they'll be drawing here. I don't know how they can do that. I mean, I guess it's kind of like typing in a way cuz like I can type without looking, so maybe just enough practice does it. I don't know that I can pull that off though personally. At the very least not right now. For now, we're just going to keep moving. Going to keep going. Okay. So we'll get the first little lip here. And we'll go here and do the first lip there. And then we'll do the next little lippy here. These boots look... wait, what are these? These aren't boots. She's wearing fucking, like, Adidas 3 stripes or some shit. She got the 1 stripes. Are those, like, 80s socks? Wait, how do those stay up? What? How do physics work? I guess there's elastic in here. It's a fucking anime character. I mean, a VTuber character. Like, what am I doing? Who cares? They just thought it looked cool. Why am I putting any stock into how how good this looks? Um, okay, first off, let's shrink that. Second off, I am realizing that I need some more clippage over this for the anglage. Okay. So let's get her some skock going. These look like they're like size 4s. Why does this dude got such small fucking feet? I don't know what it is. I don't like this. Okay. All right. Why does she have like one fishnet and one stocking? What the fuck is going on here? Also, this one apparently red line here, which I don't understand, is apparently a part of the bottom half. Because now it's there. I don't know what that is. I don't know why in my head it just was like part of this and I had already drawn it or something. And so are these. So are these. Also, she's not getting whatever the fuck that titty trim is. Well, maybe a little bit. No, not right now. Not right now. That's not right now. I don't. What is that? Wait. Can I draw that on stream? I guess as long as I'm not using it. We can draw her butt plug or whatever the fuck this thing is. How 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 was that? How did I do that? That came out kind of good. What the fuck? How did I do that? Okay, this part's kind of not coming out good. Is drawing? No, I don't have my fucking clip button. Where's clip? But clip it. Is drawing is drawing butt plugs my fucking specialty? What's going on here? Why did that? I mean, is it the best thing in the world? No. Is it even as good as the original? No. But like, I kind of wondering that. Why is that my thing? Why is that my thing? Fuck. Why is? All right, let's move on. The candy cane butt plug. All right. Okay. I kind of don't want to draw the tears in the stockings because for me, since I'm not going to be shading in the real deal, it's just going to kind of look like she's like cut or something. I don't like that. I feel like I'm scoring a fucking piece of roast. She's just a piece of meat, man. That also just kind of looks like a really lazy injury drawing, like a scrape. Fuck's sake. We're gonna do it anyway. I drew that one too high, but I also drew her too short, so fuck it. Yeah, I cannot believe that the... What is that, though? Actually, like, okay. I know I've been calling it a sex toy here. A certain plug for your butt, but what is it, actually? Like a spider butt? The is she a no? Because she has antenna. She's not a butterfly, but she has the wing. Wait, is that what a butterfly? No, that's not what a butterfly looks. I don't know what she is. I'm sure I could just click on it and find out. Also, why is it over there? Shouldn't it? Wait, how does she? You take your ass off to sit or to lay. This is what women with those uh like Brazilian butt lifts, like the fake ass. This is how what they have to do. They have to take the ass off, the ass implants off to lay down. They can't fucking. God damn it. All right, I think we can officially say we're not going to quote retweet her, because if there's even the most remote chance, even the most remote chance that she watches the VOD and hears this, we're fucking cooked. I mean, we were never on, but we're like pre-canceled, you know what I mean? Kind of like a precog. Oh boy. I really didn't want to have to shrink her. Come on. Bro, you're telling me. All right, main rig 5070, 5700X. This is a 5500 and a 2070 Super, my old gaming stuff. Actually, the 5500 I bought because it was comboed with a motherboard to put in my 1600, which is like a different dedicated rig. Uh, Long story, but this was all pre-crazy RAM prices, and I ended up with like, I think like 100 gigs of RAM extra because of it, which was sweet. Um, what is this down here, by the way? You see this? It's like all purple shit. Anyway, it was all to get like the 2 rig setup so that I could like do all this shit. And I was originally just gonna sign into either a new Twitch or some, like set this up so that this only had settings for the top down stuff. But I just never got around to doing it before the new year when I wanted to start at least doing either art or the piano stuff. Um, so I never got around to doing it, which kind of sucks. Uh, but the point here being all of all of the machines should be more than capable of moving this. I don't know why it was slightly lagging there. All right, so that's that. Let's draw her. What did I just select? No, no selecty. Okay. My point is there should be like zero lag when moving just a fucking sketch. But her fucking feet are so fucked up, man. I'm sorry. Actually, that shouldn't be there. This might be one of those situations where I just fucking spam lines and hope it kind of comes out. Come on. So let's do that. And then that, maybe? How did... Okay, I really hate the noise this makes when I'm erasing stuff. I shouldn't be able to hear it. I'm pressing too hard. Okay, hold on. Let's just start over. Let's back up. Let's start over. Start over. Get it relatively clean. Okay. So first, we'll come in and we'll go like that. And then we'll come down like that. And then this will be like that. Okay. Okay. So she got the kicks on. Okay, so her sakis aren't fucking thick enough. Whatever. Alright, so let's do this. Guess that's good enough. And we'll give him that. And then you get that. There you go. Enjoy. Now, if I were smart, I would just copy paste this, but I need the practice. So that's off screen. Go something like that. Do a little something like that. And bada boom. I actually like the way that came out, but it's not right. It's just not right now. Fucking got a shrinker again, dude. Is there a faster way to this? I'm gonna freak out. I am gonna freak the fuck out. If it happens again, we're done. All right, there you go. Okay. I hit you with the shrink ray. Why am I working at 50% actually? What am I doing? Am I stupid? Select tool, deselect. What am I doing, man? No. What? No. Don't stop working now. Come on. Okay. Came back. It came back to us. Where's my... There it is. Okay, so let's slip that in. All right, well, her feet are all type of fucked up. That's not really my problem. That's her problem. Okay. To add a new thing, we're going to try and... Are we... I mean, we're not done. I think there's nothing else to add. I mean, I'm not going to be able to fix that foot. So here we go. Let's find pigtails. Let's try and fix these. No. Okay. Hold on. I think we can do this. Thank you. So let's just go yum. 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 Fuck. I'm pressing too hard right now. Jesus, I can't keep shrinking it, man. Can't keep hitting her with the shrink ray. She's not gonna come back. It reminds me, we gotta finish fucking Grounded. We've started it for like the 4th time already, and we're just not getting anywhere. I really hate starting things and not completing them. God, I really don't want to have to shrink her again. Okay. I'm not liking the way this looks anyway, so let's just redo it if we can. I'm going to try and maybe not match it as closely and just like kind of go with whatever I can feel. Whatever I feel is going to work. God, why is it coming out so dark? I'm barely pressing, aren't I? Fuck it. We're just gonna go for it, you know? Okay. All right. Hit him with that. Okay. Not bad. That's what we get. That's all we get. We're not... I don't feel like I can... If I stick with it and like redo it over and over again, I don't feel like we can get any better, really. So we're just gonna add the butterfly layer. Should I go and fucking take the butterfly from the Benchmade bug out? No. Fuck. Feel like that was going really well. I don't know how to do this. Fuck. What if I start from here? Okay. Okay. So let's go back to the pigtails. Erase any overlap. And we're going to have to go to hair. Erase the overlap. Go back to B-fly. Let's fix that. Okay. Not great, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So now I'd like to go back around the eye and add some eyeliner. Okay. Okay. What have I fucking done, dude? Okay. So now get rid of that. Go to the eye, get rid of that. we will have to go to the hair. We're going to get rid of that. Then we'll go to the donut. Get rid of that. And that. Okay. And then tears. Okay. Okay. So now I have to find a way to like add depth here without any sort of color change or skill. Okay, I have an idea. Alright, so it reaches here, and then it kind of like changes a little bit. And then it kind of comes down. I think I'm coping. This is copium. We're coping. You cannot see a difference there. It's what we call copium in the business. I mean, we got a little bit of something there, I guess. So let's just kind of turn that into that. And then I know it doesn't quite match what was there, but I think that's okay. Especially, Jesus Christ, that hair is not good. Okay. I know this is the tears layer, but I'm gonna try and make it look a little more pointy and less like what I think it looks like. Alright. I think that's as far as I'm gonna take this today. Honestly, this would have been a good one to try and color in, because I feel like a lot of these lines are relatively clean. I mean, this is terrible looking, right? I don't really think that's that great looking. The feet are pretty bad, but like a lot of the other lines I feel like are relatively clean, and I probably could have done a decent job with. Um, man. So, all right, let me drink some water real quick. I just realized I forgot to turn this light on. It doesn't even help. All right. So here's my takeaway from today. First off, I set out to spend like 45 minutes to an hour per thing I draw. This was an hour and a half. Um, so I try to draw at least like two things a stream. I only got to the one. To be fair, I did do a lot more detail than I usually do. I'm also now looking like right here. So let's go to top. And I didn't even finish the elbow because it was off screen at a certain point. But that brings me to my first thing. Starting points. Canvas size, right? I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. I just start and then I go from there. And I think I can increase the canvas size like post creation. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how much trouble that is, but I'm pretty sure it can be done. Um Man, I'm not liking the tears. Hold on. Didn't I name it tears? Where is it? There it is. It's this one here is bothering me. Okay. Now that connects perfectly to that. How did I do that? Anyway, yeah, my main issue I feel like is scaling proportions, right? I just don't know where to start to get things right. And so it's like this idea of planning ahead. None of this is the right size for what I needed it to be, right? I had to scale it down to be able to fit her feet, which look like shit, by the way. But like, I had to scale it multiple times to get things working. Um, and it's still wrong, right? Because the original has way more space on either side here, way more space top bottom. Could I have solved this, I guess, by taking the original's canvas size, knowing it, right? And then making it that size to begin with, and then trying to like measure exact pixels like where it started? Sure. Could I have also done this by just taking the original, putting it as a slightly like opaque layer, tracing over it on my own layer, and then getting rid of it? Sure, but I don't feel like that would have gotten me as much experience, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a certain amount of like you have to learn it for yourself to do it. Like just tracing over something, I guess would probably make my hand steadier, which would be good for like the longer lines and stuff, but I'm not going to get anywhere from just like doing that, you know? I'm not going to be able to as easily or consistently kind of just make shit up. Like this obviously used that pretty heavily for reference, but I kind of just made that up. And I don't know if I would have been able to do that if all I did was trace. I feel like this looks way better than that one, where this one is the one where I really tried to match that exactly, but this one I gave myself some liberty to like match more my skill level, where honestly it doesn't look that good. You know, it kind of looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, but I feel like it looks better than this, where I'm clearly like struggling. I feel like my best part this time was actually like the body, where I kind of just like kind of winged it. I know it didn't come out 1 to 1, but I feel like the winging it with like just kind of like knowing my own limit. For example, like the fishnets, I didn't try to actually make them really good. I just fucking did it and moved on because I wanted like the general appearance, right? Because like the original has like some curve to it. I didn't bother. Should I? Yeah, probably. But I felt like I would spend so much time on it and it was never going to look the part. So it was better to just get like a general appearance and move on, right? Same with like up there. Instead of just trying to focus on it, I just kind of like moved on, and I feel like the arms actually came out pretty well. You know, I guess maybe the worst part is probably the eyes. They don't really have the depth needed. Part of that's probably because it just needs shading and coloring, and I don't really know how to do that. But it looks funny, so that does kind of work out. I don't think the face actually looks particularly that bad overall. It just doesn't have the depth that shows necessarily that it's like looking straight up, especially this eye. This one's not as bad, but I did revisit that one a lot better. Um, I think the problem is I don't really know how to make this pupil right. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like my biggest issue is like planning things. Like I don't know how big it's actually gonna be and like how cleanly I'm gonna be able to draw the lines and how I'm gonna be able to fit into a canvas. And I don't really like feel like I can plan it, you know? Like, how do you plan it? What do I do? Just like make the canvas twice the size I think I'm gonna need and then just kind of shoot and then probably still end up. I feel like if I give myself too much space, I'm still going to make the same mistake. But instead of like being too big, it's going to be too big in a corner and then I'm going to still have to drag and drop. I guess that gives me more space to drag and drop it and I won't have to shrink it. That would probably be nice. All right, looking at the tiers again. It's bothering me that this is just like a fucking like circle or like a curve. Put some curve in that curve. All right, I gotta stop. The more I look at it, the more I want to change things like this leg. Um, I think we did pretty decent. I didn't. I spent more time on it than I wanted to. I wanted to try and draw like a knife or something, or I have like these little scissors, which I wish were pliers. But like I was thinking about maybe trying to draw these, or they have side tools too. So I was gonna maybe try and draw like one just the tool out, like just the scissors, and then one with all the tools out to see like how it goes or something. That way it's like relatively straight lines so I can work on my lines. And then there's like like a handful of curves and complications. So again, it's something I can work on while like it not just being another anime person or just another knife since I know I've been focusing on those. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for chilling. Obviously, probably gonna be on Arc tonight. I mean, I guess the game could change. I don't know what the hell we're doing, but I'll try and get on Arc today anyway to work on my challenge things or whatever. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. I haven't done a time lapse in like 2 days, so maybe I'll work on one of those tonight as well for the art thing. But hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day. Bye.